Welcome to the Venture Playbook Podcast. I am your host, Ambre Julhia. My guest today is Enjoyce Zhu, who is the head of China at Sia. Enjoyce founded our Shanghai office in June 2024, which is Sia's first location in China's mainland. This is a location that allows us to be closer to clients in the region, and that strengthens our network in the Asia-Pacific region. The Shanghai office currently serves international clients developing in the Chinese markets, as well as Chinese corporations that are looking to expand globally. In terms of sectors, the office mainly covers luxury, lifestyle, hospitality, and FMCG. Welcome to the podcast, Enjoyce.
Thank you, Amber.
So first, I'll start with a question about your background for an introduction to yourself. Can you tell us a little bit more about your background from being a journalist straight out of university to working for a long time at Red and then pursuing consulting positions?
Thank you, Amber. Yeah, so very briefly to introduce a little bit who am I. So I started my career as a journalist right after university graduation. So after 4 years, I had an opportunity to pursue my MBA study. And after the business school, so I decided to pivot a little bit of my career. So that is how I actually joined Red to start the digital transformation in terms of the CRM loyalty. So that kind of path actually led me to, after Red, led me to the consulting path, because the digital transformation actually is super hot in the past, I say like 20 years in this market and globally. So that is how I kind of like switched also from Red to Deloitte and then now in Sia.
Great. Okay. Thank you. So if we go to the story of the founding of the Shanghai office, how did the opportunity to become the founder of this office arise?
Yeah. So actually it was very much not in my plan. As I joined the Deloitte only like 2.5 years, I was trying to see how to survive in the consulting space. And then the Sia opportunity presented in end of 2023, like when I think at that time, Sia, as you said, actually to see like the key talents, how Sia was able to attract, and at the same time to test the market to see like as a boutique firm, how this market would be attractive for Sia. So at that time, Sia decided to enter China market. And then when I was approached, I was not sure how Sia wanted to develop in this market. And so I asked the questions actually to our CEO, Matthew, like why you would like to open Shanghai office at this point of time. But then the challenge definitely is that the market is not good. And then everything needs to be startup, so that is something pretty challenging, and also it's kind of challenging for Sia to find the right person to have the capability of the kind of like startup business, and also at the same time to have the consulting capabilities in this market. So that is how at the end we decided that it might be an interesting match for us. And then for me, actually, I have had this kind of experience in Red when I started the CRM loyalty business in Red China. It's very much like a startup, because Red actually, the biggest product is the ticket restaurant, which was already there in China market, but without the new business of CRM. So that is kind of like I experienced this path, and I had the experience of taking care of the P&L of Red China starting from 2013. So I had that kind of experience of like a startup business and a manager business. So that is kind of like a interesting journey for me. And then I think still in my blood, I have this kind of spirit. I still wanted to have this kind of path. So that is how I joined Sia at the last June. Yeah.
Great. And so you started mentioning a little bit some challenges that you faced. What would you say was maybe the biggest challenge, and how did you overcome that?
Yeah, so actually the biggest challenge, to be honest, is the branding of Sia in this market, because it's very much like an unknown brand in this market. While we are quite established in European market, especially in France, but then in China, people only know about MBB, the big four. So when we started to introduce Sia, then it will take some time actually to explain who we are. And then that is like in this market, sometimes it could be a challenge for us to actually to get into introduced by the different clients. So that is the biggest challenge.
Okay, and I was going to ask, how has being part of an international group helped in building this venture? And so I suppose it feeds into what you were just talking about.
This is very helpful with the international branding. Of course, like as I said, like Sia brand first is not well known here, but then we can have time to actually to build the story, to tell the market that we are international and we are working with the all those international brands, and then what kind of services we are providing to them. So these kind of references actually are very helpful to build up the brand. And then I think, of course, like it takes some time, but then it's definitely very helpful. For instance, like if I'm having my own consultancy, like Enjoyce Consulting, vs Sia, I'm still myself, and probably the team I built is still the same team, but then the credibility is very different, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So another topic I wanted to touch on that we speak about on this podcast is growth. So how did you start planning for growth when the office was open, when it was launched?
So it was actually the business plan before I joined the Sia. And so this was the plan I discussed with Vincent, our head of APAC, and also Matthew, our CEO. So basically, as a new startup in this market, we definitely cannot do everything, right? So we need to see like what are the brand strengths and what are my strengths and what are the market needs. So that's how I come up with the business plan or the growth strategy. So basically, digital transformation in this market is definitely a hot topic. And then it has been hot for the last 10, 15, or even 20 years. But then I can see clearly the trend is that the transformation in terms of the infrastructure building or the digital product application building is kind of like over, especially when the economy cycle is more at kind of like a downturn. Very limited companies are going to invest more on the infrastructure. It's more like the clients wanted to see like how much we can get out of what they have invested before. So that's like where we can see that the data actually has become the center of the transformation. And then that's where I found the great match between the market needs and our key differentiator, our key strengths in terms of the data and AI. And so I believe this is like where we are able to actually to respond to the market with our expertise. So that is like very much I build up my growth strategy over the market needs and our Sia expertise.
Okay, interesting. And what are your growth objectives today?
Today, my objectives are actually very much focused on the lifestyle sector. That's like where the digital investment has been really huge. And now we are at the, as I said, like at the transformation 2.0. So that's like where we wanted to push really our data-related solutions, AI-related solutions. So that's my biggest objective is really to conquer the data-related needs from the governance to insights and to AI readiness. Because to be honest, like a lot of clients say like we have small budget whatsoever, they are still willing to invest for innovation that is AI. So that's like my key objectives.
Great. If we go a little bit into what you were saying, the luxury, the lifestyle and FMCG markets. So you focus on those. What are the most innovative trends that you're seeing at the moment?
So now the most innovative trends actually are very much on the AI adoption, especially on the different ecosystems, as China is running really fast in terms of the digital and social e-commerce ecosystem. So that is like where we can see the innovative trend. And to give you an example, very concrete. So last week, we actually helped our client, a luxury group, maybe I don't say the name here, but then the famous luxury group the regional group marketing to actually have to deliver a workshop on the topic of KOS on the Red Note. So let me explain a little bit. Like KOS is key opinion sales. So that's like the sales associates of different maisons of this luxury group. Actually, they are registered on the Red Note. I don't know if you know what is Red Note. That's like a social media. The most popular social media in China. And so, like, if you want to buy, if you if you want to buy or ask for anything, you go there. So I don't know if you heard about that when in the US, the TikTok is kind of banned. So there are a lot of actually TikTok refugees started to switch into use the Red Note. So that is the kind of like a popular social media. So we helped back to what we are talking about, the innovative trend that actually in this market that we wanted to help our client to expand their sales channel and to build influence and to have the more content impact actually on the social platform. So that is what we are helping our clients on this topic, especially in this luxury consumer goods sector.
Amazing. And so how do you see these markets evolving? What new topics? I know you mentioned AI.
And actually to link AI with KOS is that it's not like, okay, I'm a sales, I register on the Red Note, I'm sending like everything, whatever I want. No, it's like all the content the sales associate is going to send actually is produced by AI. So because each of the content needs to have the guideline, and also for each of the sales, actually there is a persona linked with this sales. So the content pool of the brand actually will be crafted and personalized by AI for each of the sales. So the sales knows what to send and when to send, and then that's how AI is helping them to do this kind of content creation and also to create impact on the social media.
Okay, and how is Sia adapting to these new trends? Like, how are we upskilling to be able to do this? And what do we do exactly for the clients? Do we develop products for them? What's exactly our offer there?
For these kind of topics, our objective is to first to help the brand to build up the guidelines and the playbook. And in terms of the AI, and to be honest, like currently we have not yet implemented our product yet because it takes some time for our actually product team to understand the ecosystem of China and also to process the language in Chinese. But to give you another example of our AI product, which is kind of like received a better response from the market, is AI Org Review. This is a platform actually we built to help the company to better plan their workforce. So basically, the key function of this platform is for to scan the different job descriptions of an organization by activities to see like what is the exposure rate of the different activities to generative AI, and then we can have a better idea of like what kind of activities can be really automated, what cannot. But this is not tool like for the organization to say like, okay, now we see like how much activities can be automated and then we are going to cut what percentage of people. No, this is not the objective. It's more like for the organization to better plan their future workforce and also at the same time to help to ideate the generative AI use cases, because traditional way of Gen AI use case ideation is very much like, okay, we do workshop, we do brainstorming, is very much like a bottom up. So, but then by using our AI Org Review actually is going to help the client to identify exactly what kind of use cases they need to upskill their team, different roles. So that is like really, we tested it with several clients and it's really welcomed. So I think probably this is the first product we are going to land in China.
Amazing. Sounds great. That's all I had for you. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast. It was great to have you. Thank you so much for joining us and see you next time.